At Crossroads, I'm Sports Director Gino Perez with your 25 Sports Now. Growing up, you and I remember using old, beat-up, and stationary tackling dummies, often held by a coach or teammate to improve our tackling skills. Well, a group of student athletes in Victoria are some of the first in the nation to use these new robotic tackling dummies. In an effort to reduce player-to-player related sports injuries during practice, Our Lady of Victory head coach Mark Temez reached out to his administration in order to obtain these futuristic devices.
They come to me every year to ask me the tools that we need to improve our football team, not only just to be better, but safety-wise. So I went for the fence this year.
And swung for the fences he did. These specific dummies go for nearly $3,500 a piece. Coaches from all around the area have called asking how he was able to get one.
Everybody was just coming to watch our practices just because we had a remote control dummy. And it's pretty cool to be able to say we have the only one in the area.
The dummies are remote controlled, self-riding, and can move in any direction on turf or grass fields. The coaches and athletes compared using the dummy to that of a remote control car.
I would sort of relate it to driving a toy car around, but it's a lot faster and bigger.
The remote looks similar to that of a toy car with the wheel and trigger on the controller. The dummies weigh 165 pounds and bigger than some of the athletes that tackle it. The dummies can even reach up to speeds of 16 miles per hour. The dummies are cushioned on the top but heavily weighted on the bottom due to having the wheels and the machinery located there, which can hit the tackler's shins. Some of the athletes even prefer tackling a person over the dummy.
I would probably rather hit a player because I feel like it's a lot easier to tackle because the weight, it's on weight on the bottom.
During practice, the dummy would often outrun the Eagles and would juke them. Since the dummy was making some of them look bad, I thought let's have a good old-fashioned man versus machine race. The coach agreed and grabbed a few of the fastest athletes on the team, and we set up a 40-yard dash. We then took a poll of who would win the race for the fate of humanity, me or the robot.
You.
You.
Robot.
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 You.
You.
Robot.
You.
You 100%.
Robot.
You.
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 No, sorry. Robot.
You. You.
You.
You might be.
With the votes tallied, it came out to 15 votes for me and 8 for the robot and 1 maybe. Here's how that race went. I did beat the robot, but I lost to an 8th grader, so my pride did take a bit of a hit, and I even strained my quad, so overall, I think it was a loss. I also went to the last game of the season for the OLV Eagles to see how tackling a dummy would benefit in a real game, and they didn't disappoint. Although they didn't win the game, they took second in their district. The players said having a dummy has its positives and negatives, but mostly positive.
It's not only a great tool for practice, it's a really fun way for your whole team to get to do something as a whole team.
Actually, it's going to be a fun day of practice if you can see if you know you're going to get to hit the dummy.
I try not to hit the smaller teammates as hard as I possibly can because I don't want to get hurt and they can't be able to play in our next game. And I don't want to hit them super hard, but this I can hit it pretty hard.
With safety becoming more of a priority in sports, especially football, we might see teams of dummies that are able to be programmed to run specific schemes and plays on both offensive and defensive sides of the ball to prevent injuries and to give players a better look at the opposing team's formations. Either way, you could say the future is looking dumb. That was such a fun story to shoot, and although I lost, Don, it was still so much fun.